This pitcher holds a lot of relevancy. We all know, as Pittsburgh Steelers fans, that we need a legitimate wide receiver too. And we see Davante Adams end up with the Jets, and Amari Cooper go to the Bills, and now DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs. Cooper Kupp's out there on the trade block, and the Rams are asking for a second, which, as a guy who's been injured for as often as he has in the last couple years, I don't know if I want to give up a second for him. They've talked about Mike Williams, but we know how his injury history is. I really would have liked DeAndre Hopkins. I really would have liked Davante Adams. The 49ers re-signed Brandon Ayuk, and then he gets injured, so revision history there is kind of wishy-washy. But I want Omar Khan to do something to help George Pickens in this offense, because yes, they looked really good against the Jets, but we all understand that this Jets defense was beat and battered and not at full strength. And if we could get someone to eliminate some of this double coverage and knowing who the main receiving target is, which is George Pickens, it could open up this playbook, and the opportunities for these other receivers and players on this offense can increase tremendously. I like a guy like Christian Kirk. I like a guy like, if the Titans traded DeAndre Hopkins, maybe they'll trade T. Higgins. I like T. Higgins or Tyler Boyd. I just know that we need to do something at this wide receiver position. It has been George Pickens, Calvin Austin is a legitimate wide receiver 3, Von Jefferson, Pat Freiermuth is a tight end, but he's pretty much our wide receiver 2 at this moment. And if we could pass the ball more, this opens up the running game for guys like Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, and Cordell Patterson, which allows Russell Wilson to spread the ball around the field more, and we could see greater success as an entire organization. I'm no general manager, but the proof is in the pudding that we have tremendously needed a legit wide receiver 2 for quite some while now. People say we should have got Juju Smith-Schuster. We knew how Juju Smith-Schuster performed when he was with us. That guy was too worried about TikTok than to be performing. Deontay Johnson wasn't blocking. He wasn't going for loose ball fumbles. We need a legit wide receiver 2 who's going to come to Pittsburgh and play Pittsburgh Steelers football and actually want to participate to win. There's a lot of guys on a lot of bad teams that we can go after, and I just know we have the draft capital to make moves when we've made the moves that we've made up to this point. Like, we see a guy like DeAndre Hopkins get traded to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 5th round that turns into a 4th round. We have picks that we could have given up, and I just don't understand why we weren't calling. And if we were, why did they not take ours and take the Chiefs instead when we know what they're doing? I don't know.